Alright guys, in this video I'm going to try to talk to you about vocabulary. So as part of ninth grade we're doing a lot of writing because we have the writing assessment coming up in October. So we're trying to expand your vocabulary, and that's the reason why we go through these vocab quizzes and charts to try to teach you new words so you can use in these essays and your writing to try to build your vocabulary and to make your writing sound more academic, okay? So every week, starting today or this week, you're going to get a new vocabulary chart, okay? And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute and kind of run through how I want you to do that. But so every week you're going to have 5 words that you're going to look up definitions, synonyms, antonyms, pictures, and then write a sentence for. And then you're going to have 2 weeks of that. So this week you're going to have 5 words, and then next week you're going to have 5 words. And at the end of those 2 weeks, you're going to turn in this chart. It should be completely full of information. No box should be left empty. And then you're actually going to take a vocabulary quiz. Okay, but you are going to turn in that chart for participation grade. It's not meant to hurt you. It's meant more to help you. Okay. So what I'm going to show you now is what that actually looks like. So I'm going to go through my teacher app and go to my student view. Okay, give me a minute to load. All right, so on the home page, we're going to go to weekly agenda. Trying to keep it simple. You can also click on modules over here on the left-hand side. So week 2 agenda, click on that. That's for this week. And you can see what we're doing every day. Of course, you don't have to follow this agenda. You can pace yourself however much you want. If you wanted to get all this done in one day, I mean, I couldn't stop you. That's totally up to you. But first thing, Monday, what I want you to do is actually watch this tutorial that I'm filming now. So if you click on that link, right now there's no video. But after I finish this tutorial, I'm going to upload it where it says video explanation. So once you finish with this tutorial, what you need to do is go back to this screen and click on this hyperlink. It says vocabulary chart for week 1 and 2. Okay, that's going to give you the chart that you need to actually edit and write in. So you can see here, it's going to automatically force you to make a copy. So we're not all actually working within the same document. So I'm going to click on make a copy here. And that should take you into your Google Docs app. So you're not working within Safari. Okay, so make sure you have your Google Suite downloaded. If you don't know how to do that, there's another video on YouTube, my YouTube channel, that you can click on and it'll show you how to download Google Suite. Okay, so I'm going to hit open and it'll take me to my Google Docs homepage, and you can see here I've got a lot of stuff going on, but you should only have a couple documents. So I'm going to click on a copy of the vocabulary chart, and here you can see what it looks like. Okay. It's 2 pages, so 1 through 5 is on this part, and then 6 through 10 is on the bottom. All right, and so here you see vocabulary set 1, so this is for week 1 and 2. This first one we'll go through. For this one, I've added in the root words for you and the actual vocabulary words and the parts of speech. Okay, I haven't done that for you on the bottom. And the reason why I've only done it for you for week 1 is because I want you to see what it actually looks like. All right, but I won't be doing this for you from now on. From now on, you're going to have to go in there and type in the vocabulary word, the parts of speech. Okay, but you can see here it says Monday, vocabulary word, parts of speech, definition, and then Tuesday are synonyms and antonyms, and then it should say Wednesday picture and then Friday sentence, and then, it should say Wednesday picture and then Thursday sentence, and then Friday I give you next week's vocab words. So I'm going to go back and fix that. But here you go. And to edit this, you would actually click over here in the bottom right-hand corner. There's a pencil. So you click on that to edit. And so looking over here, we have word number 1 is alienate, and it's a verb. So on Monday, on here, I want you to kind of go through and give me a definition for all the words. But again, you can pace yourself however you want. If you wanted to finish this all in one day, it's up to you. So double click on your home page and you would go to the internet. And then we're going to open up a new tab. And I don't really want you to just type into Google. I would rather you go to dictionary.com Or if you have a dictionary around the house, it would be better to use one of those. Okay, so I'm going to click right here and type in alienate, or you can copy and paste that in there, however you choose. Okay, so our word pops up. So alienate, and we also have a speaker icon over here beside the show IPA, and if you click on that, it tells you also
alienate.
Okay, so there she is. The other part that I want you to pay attention to is the part of speech. As you can see here, alienate, it actually does say verb, and that's what we're looking for. Some words give you different types of parts of speech, so you want to make sure you're looking at the part of speech with the word that I give you, all right? So then you want to read through the definitions to make sure that it's all sounds similar. So number 1, to make indifferent or hostile. Number 2, to cause to be withdrawn or isolated from the objective world. 3, to turn away, transfer, or divert. And 4, law, to transfer or convey as title, property, or other right to another. So we probably wouldn't use number 4 because it's a law, so we want to leave that one out. The other ones sound pretty similar, and you can read through the sentences too to get context clues. So we're just going to use number 1 to make indifferent or hostile. We're going to highlight that, double click the home button to go back to our chart, and then paste it in that box. And you just hold down and hit paste. Okay, so that's our first word. Our second word is alias. Make sure you're over to the left. Double tap your home. Go back to dictionary.com, type in alias, and remember, you're looking for the noun in this case, okay, the noun. When you type it into dictionary.com, it gives you the noun and the adverb, okay? So noun, an alias is a false name used to conceal one's identity or an assumed name. So you can use whichever dictionary definition you want. I'm just going to use the first one. Okay, so copy, and then we're going to go over and paste it. So you just continue doing that all the way through. All right, when I'm done, I'm going to click the check, and it kind of gives me where I can just manipulate the page around. All right. The other thing I wanted to show you, just to make sure that everybody is organized, we're going to put that document into a folder. Okay, so this is the second part that I wanted to show you. So within your Google Suite, you should have Google Drive. I want you to click on that and click down here. Let me go back. All right, we're going to create a Google folder just for my class. All right, so down here in the bottom right-hand corner, you have the plus button. I want you to click on that and click on folder. All right, I want you to name this folder English 9. And hit create. Okay, and it's going to show up. If you go down here in the bottom bar where you see on the far right, so right underneath that plus button, there's a folder icon. If you click on that, you should see English 9 there. Okay, and you see it's right here. I'm going to try to highlight that for you. Okay. All right, so within that folder, you can create documents if you hit the plus button. But since that chart is already created, we're going to have to pull that into this folder, okay? So go back out, go back into Google Docs, click on the 3 dots on that that document, okay? I'm going to click on it, see if you can see. It's right there beside of the name, all right? You're going to get this bar that comes up full of things you can click on. So if you scroll down a little bit, right under rename and above add shortcut to drive, you have an option that says move. So we're going to click move, and we're going to move that into that English 9 folder. Okay, English 9. Move here. So when you go back to Google Drive, let me go back and see if it pops up. Well, okay, it took it a minute. So now that chart is in there. This is just to make sure you're organized, and if I ever ask you for anything, you can always find it in this folder, okay? And I'm going to have you write a lot of essays, type in a lot of vocabulary charts, write up a lot of documents, maybe even some Google Slides. So this is going to help you stay organized, okay? So when you go to upload this and turn it into Canvas, you'll just go to that folder and look in there for that chart, Okay, I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, as always, make sure you message me.